Takes notes. You funny man. All right. And of course, as soon as this went live, it's this something went wrong. YouTube.
Of
it's
course.
it's for the chat, so that's fine. I don't have a chat
Where's the
because
chat on Discord again? I forget. I'm sorry.
in Discord.
Mm-hmm.
So if you open in Discord, there's a little tab that says D&D chat.
Okay.
You have to have Discord open, and basically where it says D&D voice, D&D, there's a little D&D chat button.
Okay. I see.
Yeah. So last time, let's catch up real quick. Last time what happened is you have all talked or went around the city of Father Flame. You have wandered around in the northern quarter and went around the Shattered Colosseum after talking to the mercenaries at the Mercenary Keep, and then entering the Cathedral of Flame to talk to Bishop Nugna. He talked to you for a little bit about what's going on with the dragon, with the crazy green fog, and just told you a bunch of stuff. As you guys were leaving and kind of being escorted into a waiting area for your friend to arrive, the bishop got asked a question. And in this case, Ileana asked if it's possible that the dragon could be controlled. As in, could someone be controlling the dragon? Dragons just don't go crazy or, do any of the stuff that actually happened.
It's all very unusual.
It is very unusual. And the bishop's looking nervous because now you're no longer in his office, but are kind of walking in just like the open as you're asking this. Goes and responds that it's difficult and very frightening to consider that there's something powerful enough to control a dragon this old. He says that he does not dare to think of ways that it can be done, but you can speak to the vampires. They are known for doing things like this. Not specifically controlling dragons, but controlling things. And if it is true, if the dragon is being controlled, then it is horrifying beyond mention.
Yes. Certainly not a good thing.
All right. So, last time we met, we have talked, and he has given all of you a little tool called the Anti-Fog Helmet. And I have actually put it in your inventories under equipment. So all of you should have it in there. For some odd reason, every time I put a treasure chest onto this map, it disappears. So, no looting it. And that makes me very sad, because that was very convenient. Alright, so we will pick up as everyone's waiting. We have, actually, Tobin showing up to say hello to everyone from his indigestion time of rest in the Tower of Father Flame. Actually, no, it wasn't Tobin. It was Morden, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Morden, not Tobin. My bad.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to all the character names for everyone. I am still imperfect, and I'm working on it.
That's okay.
Gotta open them.
We still love him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Makes me freaked out beyond measure, but I understand.
I can't remember. Did anybody ask if this fog thing is poison?
Yes, the fog is poison of a kind. It's some kind of magical in nature. They haven't figured out everything there is to know about it, but it doesn't make much of a difference when it contacts your skin. But when you start inhaling it is when it enters the body, that's when it starts causing problems.
Real nasty.
So, are they aware if poison resist is effective against it?
Yes, it provides some help, but long exposures will be fatal or worse.
Good.
Important. You're going for the fog.
Dave caught me up more yesterday, and you guys are a bunch of assholes.
I did provide a link.
Well, didn't you already know that?
Yeah.
How about that before you trusted us?
I haven't trusted you yet.
I did point out that there is an actual link that had the previous session's recording that you could listen to. All right, so we will pick up And when everyone kind of gets together, the bishop tells you that there's two ways you can really get into the Colosseum. You can try to brave the fog, but I wouldn't recommend it. We've sent people there to explore and find out what's going on, but large parties, or any real parties going into it, get easily lost and then they never make it out. The best way to go is through the sewers. It's still dangerous, but there's less of those weird creatures there. The path is a lot easier to get to the Colosseum, and it's just, frankly, safer overall.
Okay. Where can we enter the sewers?
The bishop tells you that there's entrances all around, but he will actually escort you with some guards to a nearby entrance. If any creatures comes, he will take care of them, and then he will help from there. He doesn't really have anyone to spare at the moment, only because people are just busy. Now, because Shrade stole some magical ointment, but he decided today that he's not feeling very well for some odd and mysterious reasons, he will instead give out his ointment. And ointment is basically, it's a little kind of like a healing potion. And I will actually just drop one onto the screen. And one of you gentlemen can take it. Where is the magical healing cream? Nope, not that one.
You need someone to rub it on you? Is that how it works?
Basically. I don't. So I just put it on the screen. You can double click and you can see what it does.
That looks
Are we
like mayonnaise.
sure? Are we sure this is healing cream and
No, it is most definitely.
That looks like mayonnaise.
It is most definitely healing cream. All seriousness aside, it is actual healing cream. It is more powerful than a beginning healing potion, and it has 10 charges. So it is quite good. It takes an action to apply rather than a bonus action for healing potions, but it is also more effective.
Okay.
The bishop will say that he does apologize that he can't bring more people to help you, but the more people you send in, the more things kind of get attracted to it. So with a smaller party, you might be better off than him sending extra reinforcements with you.
Okay.
All right. Ugh. All right. Does anyone have any questions for him?
Is there anything else you can tell us before we go into the sewers?
The sewers are not free of danger, and they are magical. The sewers they don't have lampposts like we have above the ground, but they do have energy barriers that can separate or close up and basically prevent anything from leaving, including air.
Is that possible that we get trapped by these?
No, they've already activated them to prevent creatures from traversing in the sewers, and they have guards in locations where they couldn't turn them on, basically.
Can we get the ability to turn them on?
You need a certain amount of arcane knowledge, and the controls for them aren't inside the sewers. They're outside of the sewers. They're mostly there to prevent fire from spreading, and to prevent and block off areas in case anything happens and there's flooding or somebody invades through the sewers. Unfortunately, they can only be controlled from a few locations. One is inside the Tower of Father Flame, and the others are secret due to the sensitive nature of how these can affect the whole city. So while he can tell you what to look for these barriers, he can't really tell you how to activate them because there's no way to do it from inside the city or inside the sewers. And yes, it is unwise to use fire in the sewers.
No one would do that.
Yeah, who would do such a thing?
Has there ever been a fire down there?
He says that there has been one instance of a firestorm in it, but luckily it was caught on fairly early, so it didn't manage to burn through the entirety of the sewers, but a significant chunk next to the World Tree.
Well,
Yeah.
evil cackle from you, not me.
It's been certainly interesting watching people do stuff in the various instances when we played in the sewers. He just asks, the bishop asks if you're ready to start.
Gonna go around at everyone.
So
I'm ready.
I need like either vocal or written sayings yes
Yes,
or no.
that's
Sorry, got a phone call.
Oh,
All good now.
all right, that's fine. So we will begin. That's fair enough. I will load the scene and activate it, and then I will start putting in your characters onto the board. So you will start seeing yourself pop in on there.
See like a small amount of the
Yes.
map right now.
Yes, it's supposed to be dark. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was just having a problem with formatting.
Nope. So if you only see a very little bit, that is perfectly fine. The sewers are dark. You're not supposed to see everything. Once you enter the sewers, you realize that it is almost pitch black. There's only a few sources of light, and they only show a fairly small area around just where the entrance is. And let me read you the description of the sewers. So, as you enter, the whole thing is kind of tinged dark green. There's water to your right that enters through a fairly large 5-foot trough, and it has this dark green brown look to it. It looks just disgusting. The ground that you're standing on is cobblestone of a kind, but the closer it gets to the water, the dirtier and just grungier it is. There's actually moss growing in certain places just out of the muck. The walls are also fairly damp. There's a fair amount of moisture, and you can just, if you put your hand on, there's just slime everywhere, with fluid slowly moving down the walls. And it's just silent. Outside of you, it's very, very quiet. And then you hear it. A thump. And then a splash. And then again, a little bit later, a thud and a splash. As if something falling into the water as you go. To your right, you take a look as you climb down, and there's that 5-foot trough. It looks like it's carrying the sewage all the way down. It looks like it's entering through some kind of system underneath, perhaps some kind of grate, and continues moving through down this 5-foot passageway all the way down. You have a moment where you can just barely see something fall out of a little pipe that's sticking out from above and hit the wall and then slowly tumble down into the mucky water. And that's what is the thud and then the splash. You don't see any of the green poisonous fog, and you have the helmets on you, but they're not activated yet. The bishop and his guards are up above, and he says, just keep heading through the sewers. There isn't that many places to go. One of our centers was under the Colosseum, and all the sewers will lead you that way. And he kind of hands you a very brief map that shows which way to go. There are no traps in the sewers themselves, no.
That's a misconception. There's poo falling from the ceiling.
All right, well, that's fair, but not that kind of trap.
What about those ones that look like women, but are men? Sorry.
Okay, that's a very different trap. I can't quite help you with that one.
Ooh, music.
Yes, you might hear
Music.
very soft music in the background. I have updated my playlist and decided there's some mood music I can do for this.
Dude, I like that. That's a
Yeah.
sweet song.
All right, so I'm going to unpause the game. You guys can start moving around. And then once you get into any area where I need to pause the game, I will pause it. So I recommend using the arrows to move your characters around. And by all means, tell me what you'd like to do or how you'd like to proceed.
Just like
All right. So the water in the muck is actually quite deep. It is 5 feet across, but maybe 1.5 feet in. So if you step into it, it's going to come up quite far. And there is no way to cross it that you can see and continue on the path.
Hold on, I was checking Liliana's character, but it doesn't tell me what race she is. Liliana, what race are you?
sorry, what?
What race are you?
Human.
Human. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weak humans. Here.
All right.
I see dark.
It is very difficult. I have disabled group view only because I want to build up the atmosphere, and then once we get a little bit further, I'll turn it back on. Unless you guys want to keep it separate for now.
This is above table. Can each person literally see differently
Yes.
because of their dark vision?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
While I'm viewing you, I can see the entire map, but if I click on individual person, for example, if I click on our ranger, I see one thing. If I click on our spellcaster, I see something different. If I click on Morden himself, he sees everything because he's a god, but, different things for different people.
You said this is. Oh, you said how deep is this middle path?
The trough itself that you're gonna have to walk through, it's only 1.5 feet, so it's not that deep for humans, but it's a lot
God.
deeper for halflings.
I'm gonna drown in this shit.
Now you
I'm
can't
probably
ask
gonna die too.
you can't ask somebody to carry you or hop on someone's back.
With their weak little arms.
Who are you gonna ask for a piggyback ride?
I can walk through it. I'm just gonna drown if I fall. Let's see. I'm looking through stuff on my end.
By all means, you can take as long as you need at the entryway because as you look around, you can see that there is darkness that goes quite a bit further. For those of you with dark vision, if you look forward, you will see some faint hint of light all the way down the first tunnel. You're not sure what it is, but there's a faint greenish light from that area. And as you get closer to it, you'll see it. So, magic of technology. When you're ready, you can start moving around.
Okay.
Do let me know if you're doing anything for perception or anything else.
At the moment, I'm buffing myself, but it doesn't automatically do it. So I gotta go in and change it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I use the Blessing of the Forge. But it doesn't automatically update it. So, gotta remember to do that.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you have torches or magical light, you can do that as well.
Give me a second prepared, guys. I want to make sure we're not going to run into anything dangerous.
Of course, take your time.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
All good.
All right. Do we need torches?
You can use a torch if you'd like. Some of you can see in the darkness. So it really depends on what you want to do.
Can we make sure there's no? Well, since we're in the sewer, can we? I don't know what I want us to do, but there is definitely probably methane gas down here, so I don't know if torches are the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, didn't the fire's not a good idea down the sewers?
Well, that's my thought here.
Fire, you'll be okay.
So when you look at the entryway, there is a little light, but it's a lantern. It's a special lantern, so it doesn't have like burning flame that just does anything. It's also next to an air hole, so it might help that is there.
Can I pick that lantern up and attach it to my belt?
No, it's built into the wall.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if we could take it.
Can I break it off the wall and attach it to my belt?
You can try. You can make an intelligence roll.
That's
I
not
see.
what my character. I'm too good.
Okay,
Curses.
it's all right. By all means, you can start moving down.
I will lead the way, guys. Just watch out for the human who cannot see in the dark.
So as you continue moving forward, you do notice there are passageways on your right. They do open into tunnels that have other things in there you can't quite see. And one of them does have what appears to be a faint glowing fog towards the end of the tunnel.
And that's one to the front of me, right?
Yes, it is this one right here.
All right, that's.
Yeah. As you're walking through the muck, the entryway to it, it's just outside of the main sewer line. So you have to actually step up onto it, and it's like a foot and a half of space from being in the water to out of it. So you got to be careful. Those of you up front can also see that there is also fog further up ahead. You can't quite see exactly how far it stretches, but you can see that there's another, what appears to be area further up ahead, and that one also has some green mist.
Can we tell if the fog is the same kind as the kind released by the dragon?
Yes, it looks very similar. It might be diluted a little bit just because there's running water here, there's not a lot of atmosphere, but it does seem like there's a patch just hanging out.
Mm.
Do we technically know that yet, or do we got to get closer?
You can see it because, again, the previous fog that you've encountered was topside, and it did have like this greenish hint to it that had some kind of almost intelligence in it. But you can't see all the details from this distance. Once you get a little closer, you'll be able to make out more of it.
Okay.
Do you guys have any preference on which way we go?
We must head toward the Colosseum.
Do you know which direction the Colosseum is in?
Yes, the map that you were given
Yeah,
says which way.
you can arrive to it in many different ways. In the initial area, you can basically go in either direction and you'll get there.
Yes, to the east it is. Did anybody follow?
Wow, people, let's go.
What do we have? We have... Alright, we have that guy who does trap stuff. I guess I'll keep an eye out to see if this fog starts getting any thicker or more dense. There you go.
You do pass through another opening on your right that appears to be clear.
I think we're all sitting on top of each other right now.
Yeah.
We're cuddling.
Yeah. Puddle puddle.
If you can step onto it and go that way, or you can continue towards the fog. Remember, you have the helmets, you don't have them on or active yet.
Okay.
How thick and close are we to the fog now? Like, is it still 2 tiles away, or?
Yes, it's still 2 tiles away. Basically, you can enter in the room and look around, but then the fog is basically right there. You're not sure the full extent of it because it is a fog. It's very difficult to say where the line where it starts causing you issues is. So, Morton, because you do have dark vision, you can see that the room in front of you is a little large. It has some kind of strange plant on one side and just a bunch of liquid going through it. The fog kind of takes up a bunch of area in the middle of the room. You're not sure exactly how much because you have to fully enter the room to see the full dimensions. But you also are able to tell that there is some kind of rat further down in there, munching on what appears to be a dead body.
A human dead body?
You'd have to make a perception check from this distance to see.
All right.
You unfortunately can't see because it's still too far away and it's in the dark. Only people with dark vision can do it. So in this case, it is only specific to Morton and Tobin, because they have dark vision and they're moved up enough.
I'm just squinting into the darkness and trying real hard to listen.
All right, let's do perception check.
16.
16 is very nice. If you are just trying to listen, then you can make a check as well. With 16s, you do hear a bit of squeaking, like some kind of rat is doing something. And no, with a 7, you don't see anything or hear anything. And you can actually see very small furry creature eating some kind of corpse. Kaleem, with a 20, you can tell that there used to be... there looks to be something behind the corpse, perhaps some kind of weapon, but the rat appears to be just finishing off whatever remnants of this body that are there. Doesn't seem like there's much on it anymore.
Let's see. Poison, what's it technically fall under if you want to check how it would affect us right now?
Well, you don't have enough knowledge about how this thing interacts, so you really don't know what it will do to you. It is a magical poison from the few things you are able to understand, but what that will do, you're not certain. Also, I really approve everyone's role-playing in chat, so everyone will have inspiration for when we get into combat. Or on any check that you need to make.
Go! Go!
What are you yelling about?
You're the front line, bro.
You can fucking walk in there. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I don't want to just walk into poison. I also don't want to use our fucking helmets. Like, we don't have to.
Now, you do remember that there was just a passageway just 10 feet behind you that opened up as well. So that one looked clear of fog, and you can try going down it. So, literally right here.
Okay.
Oh, Kaleem decided to just book it down. Alright, I'm going to pause the game so I can describe what's going on real quick. Kaleem, make a perception check. Oh, 21. Alright. Then, as you get out and start walking down this corridor, you realize that there are spider webs. Large cobwebs that just stretch across the entryway, or in front of you, what looks to be into another room, and a little to the left, which has another cobweb as well. Because of your perception check, you actually notice that there's a fairly large spider sitting in the net in the web directly in front of you. And then I will unpause the game.
Oh god, there's a bug.
Yeah, it's a literally a large spider.
Just cool, it's fine. Go say
A
hi.
spider of unusual size.
I have a PTSD from bugs, so as I approach the spider, raising my hammer and go to crush this.
Ooh, first
Okay.
How
combat.
would you do that? How would you do that, Spark?
All right, we're entering combat.
Oh shit.
I
Everyone
don't
may
like
roll.
bugs, Tom.
Everyone may roll
Fine.
initiative.
It's friendly, right?
Yeah, it's totally not friendly.
Where's the
Everyone?
initiative roll? I can't find it.
Yeah, I forgot. No, you click on
Oh,
your
here it is.
Yeah, you can, on your portrait on the bar at the top, there's a little die icon. You can just click it. Very nice. We've got some really good initiatives. So we're going to start with Tobin, since he's up first. What would you like to do?
Did I miss with my initial swing?
Where is your initial... No, because I didn't see your... Oh, hang on. Spell check. Initiative. I didn't see you make an attack. Could you go ahead and roll an attack?
Sure. I don't remember
That's
how to
fine.
do half this shit. Sorry.
What are you trying to do?
Just a normal attack. Oh, I gotta open up my thing, right?
Click on
Yeah.
yourself. Double click on yourself.
So you can click on yourself, and it opens up a little inventory or a little combat section, and you can do weapons and stuff from there. Well, looks like you figured it out. 13. Let's see what the initiative or the defense of the spider is. It is 12, so you do hit. Now you may roll for damage. Oh, you did.
damn.
All right, so you did hit. Do you want to roll for damage? Yeah. So as you swing, you have that moment of looking at the spider and it going squeak right before, or not even squeak, but more of a splat sound as you just smash into it before just completely knocking it out. There isn't anything left of it except a splatter. It's just blood and guts. All right. That finishes off your turn unless you want to do something.
Can I move in one and check out the room?
Yeah, you can absolutely continue on with the rest of your movement.
All right. I'm gonna move in. Oh, it's paused. So.
Oh, my bad. All right, unpaused.
Sure. And can I do a perception check or?
Yeah, there's your passive perception is enough. You enter a room that's fairly large, and you can see that there is a little light in front of you with what looks to be some kind of switch. There's a much larger sewer entrance here, and with water moving faster through it. There appears to be some kind of tent on your right, and there seems to be something on the other side of the tent, just kind of making noises. You also do see a bit more of the fog here, a little bit further on, kind of drifting around. But it does not approach you, it's just on its own. You do also see what appears to be a crossing of some kind across the water, but it's in the area of the fog. And then you see stairs. Alright. That will be your turn. You can click next whenever you are done. You can still move further if you want. Because you only moved 5 feet.
I'm gonna move a little bit so I can see everything.
Yeah, you are still in combat.
Where's the next button?
There should be, on that carousel, there should be a next. Or if not, I'll just do it. Well, that's the wrong button. There we go. So now it's Kaleem. What would you like to do?
How are you guys before me in initiative?
They rolled better.
They're about a 19.
17.
Wait, 19? Why don't I see you on here then?
this,
Oh, why are you not
like,
in here?
first, then Kaleem. According to this, like Jules, like was near. Mordrin was near last. I don't get.
I am, but I had the initial attack, which is why. So I walked up to it and started the combat with a swing at it with my hand.
Yeah. Sorry, it is Tobin, so I will move everyone back. Not the spider. Why is the spider moving? Spider's dead. All right, sorry about that.
My walk is 25.
Yes.
All right, so I'll go 25. I'll at least go into the room. It's 15. I'll get out of the way.
So as you also walk into the room, you can see that there is a bunch of fog not nearby, and there is a tent directly in front of you, and there's something on the other side making noise. The water here appears to be about 10 feet across, and possibly even deeper than the trench you walked from.
I'll end up there and take a look around.
All right, so where you are is about the edge of the fog. Any further, and the fog will start getting to you, and you see a large rat chewing on what appears to be paper of some kind, almost directly in front of you, about 10 feet away. It is by the tent pole. It just kind of stares at you.
Just by the what?
It's by the tent pole. It's right there.
It's pull. I gotcha. Should I try to attack it?
You can if you have a ranged weapon. Otherwise, you have to step into the fog.
I have Firebolt.
Then do it. Nice. That does hit. You can roll for damage. Oh, very nice. So you shoot a firebolt into the rat, and you have that satisfying feeling of watching it strike almost dead center of the head, and the skull start just melting right through, or the firebolt just start melting right through the skull and into the body before the rat just kind of turns into embers and falls apart.
Does it appear that the fireball did anything to the fog that is near it?
No. You would have to hit more of the fog or enter the fog. You've struck the rat itself.
And I see what it was chewing on from here?
Sorry, what?
Can I see what it was chewing on from here?
Yes, it appears to be chewing on some kind of paper.
It's in the fog. I'd have to go into the fog to retrieve the paper?
Yes. It is rather light in the area, but you can try to approach it, but you'll still enter the fog.
That's all my actions for the turn, so.
Okay, you should have a next button.
That one, right? Yeah, let me see here.
It's at the carousel. There should be just literally an arrow that you can click, and it just did it. So, Kaleem, you did just hear a squeak and a firebolt cast and a little rat dead. No. All right, you get back there. We're not done with combat. No moving. As long as the game was unpaused, even in combat, you can still move your character. So please don't actively do that until it is your turn.
How far into the fog is the rat?
The rat is about 10 feet in. Basically, the fog starts here and then moves in.
Not bad.
I'm gonna take out my rope.
Okay. And what do you want to do with the rope?
I'm gonna try to, I guess, attack, in quotes, the piece of paper. And
Sure.
Try to drag the piece of paper over to me.
Yeah, make a dexterity roll. You're just trying to... You just try to take the rope, throw it onto the paper, and then hopefully just drag it back with just, friction. Oh, nice. So, yeah, you get your rope and you chuck it on the paper, and it hits, and you just see, like, chunks of paper fall off. It's pretty ratty. But you're able to drag it over to you. When you, I assume, pick it up and look at it, it just looks like a local newspaper. Like one of those quick notices, like events and stuff that is just happening around town. But it looks to be fairly old. At least a week or two out of date. I'm sorry, at least a month or two out of date.
Okay.
All right, and then when you're done, you can click next.
Can I make a perception to hear if there's anything else around?
Sure. $17. There does appear to be some kind of sound behind you, but outside of the slowly moving water, there's nothing else. The spider is dead. Dead. It's actually Morden's turn. What would you like to do?
You said that the fog only affects us if we breathe it in, right?
Yes. So you can run in there, hold your breath for a little while, and be just fine. Would I recommend doing that? Up to you.
So it's gonna sound like an odd question, I guess, at first. But what square would I need to be on to be able to like keep my head out of it, but stick my hand in there?
Where Tobin is standing right now. Basically, anything past him into these squares is fog. It's very faint, but you can put your hand in it, and you can actually see it slowly pass through it.
So could I actually move above Morden and do it too?
Yes.
I'm like 2 feet tall. You
I'm gonna try something. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna move above Morden. I'm gonna.
Aren't you, Morden?
Or not? Wow. Who the hell is below me then? This guy. Dave.
Kalim. Yeah.
Kalim. And I'm actually gonna stick my hand into the fog and cast Identify.
Ooh. Okay. All right. All right. You cast the spell into the fog, and the information you get back you can't quite puzzle out. Because while there is an enchantment, it is in a language you don't understand. And it's outside of your expertise in terms of spellcraft, right this second. Should you gain enough understanding or enough knowledge or levels as we go, you will get more information. You'll be able to figure it out. But right now, you simply don't understand it.
So is it like an Arcana thing?
Yeah, it is an Arcana thing. It's you have an understanding that it is a magical fog, but the what and the how, they're beyond what you have studied, to the point where the spell just can't explain it.
Okay.
Yeah. The spell does tell you that it is an enchantment, but beyond that, you're not understanding the what and the how. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm typing stuff to the team, but besides that, I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay. Then up next. Yeah. Ileana, you're up next. You do have the hardest time seeing things right now.
Yeah. I'm just going to carefully come down where everyone else is.
Okay. You are standing in the ruined cobwebs. Do you want to do anything else?
Scoot past them?
Okay. Fair enough.
I feel like I can't really do a ton because I can't really see.
Yeah, you are very limited on sight for right now, yes. Once you do enter the room, there is a faint amount of illumination, You do notice there's some kind of lever next to the light, and that there is that fog cloud further in the room. There's also stairs on the other side of what looks to be a 10-foot long sewer. Water that is running through the sewer. This one looks to be deeper, but yeah. And there is some kind of chain on the other side as well. Anything else you'd
The
like to do?
stairs go up or down?
The stairs look to be going down. Once you enter the stairs, you will move on to the next level. Just saying that.
Question, but I just typed it out.
Yeah. There are maps. You have a crudely drawn map. This is one of the ways you can go to your destination.
My train of thought was kind of like, I'll explain as Eliana. Like, my train of thought is, I wonder if there's any deliberate placement of fog, if that is even possible. You know, are places blocked off with fog?
That is a good question.
Just putting this out there because this is all very unnatural. So I would not put it out of the realm of possibility that the fog is placed in places to block nosy people.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do for your turn?
No. Can I come over and investigate this lever?
Yeah, you can get closer to it.
I'm not gonna pull it. I just want to look at it.
It just seems to be a pull up or down lever. If you make a perception check.
Okay. Hold on. Sorry.
That's okay.
Still figuring out where everything is.
Yeah. Okay. With a 21, that's really good. You actually notice as you look at the lever and then look to your right or into the water that there is some kind of grate that the sewer water is going into. Well, you suspect the lever has something to do with that.
Okay.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
No.
All right. The next up, Dead Spider. All of you can make a perception roll. Surprise! As you see a little spider. Yeah. All right. Tobin sees it almost immediately.
At 20.
Oh my God! What is wrong with you people?
Yeah, 20 bitches.
All right. You do see. All right. So Kalima's the only one that doesn't see. He's like, "What's happening?" The rest of you are not surprised. A little spider comes up and comes out of the cobwebs. It seems like it was in the other passageway, and it tries to attack our poor friend, Moradin.
Hey,
kinda-
above table. How long were was the protection from the helmets supposed to last?
12 hours. Unfortunately,
12 hours?
yeah. Unfortunately, the spider misses Moradin.
Dave has 3 days. I have 36 hours. I don't know what's going on anymore.
It's 12 hours per charge.
And how many charges do we have?
3 charges.
That's 36. Okay, my math is correct. Okay, it lasts 36 hours. Good. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the spider did run out. It tried to bite you, and then it kind of failed because there's too much armor on Moradin. Yeah. So what you also have a moment of is Moradin. Where is the thing? Oh, here it is. Moradin. Why is this not rolling? You have a little bit of a flashback as this thing tries to grab at you. And I just posted it in there. Alrighty, that's the spider's turn. We go to the top of the round, which would be Tobin, as Moradin has lost his memories.
There's nothing left alive, though, right? Am I crazy? Where's that spider?
There is a little spider that you managed to see. It actually came up from behind you and tried to bite Morden. It should now be showing up. Unfortunately, too many of you made your spot check for it.
Oh, I don't see it on the board, is what I'm saying.
It's behind you. It should be showing now.
It's the original. It's probably right
No, I
underneath
see it.
the skull.
Oh, there instead. That's weird.
Yeah, it's underneath it.
Hang on, let me get rid of the skull spider. Oh, that one. I did the exact opposite of what I wanted. Wow, get rid of the skulls. What is it doing? How about now?
No, we're good.
Okay. So yeah, there's a spider there. It just tried to bite Morden, and you can see it. You can try to stab it. Or shoot spells at it. Whatever you want to do.
Okay. I'll just real quick. Can I shoot a spell from here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my fire cantrip. Everyone loves fire.
Everybody does love fire.
Stop it with the fucking fire.
Man, that's all I got. I got a shock and grasp, but that's for you later. Alright, here we go.
Ooh, 14. Yeah, you absolutely hit the spider. Would you like to roll for damage?
Absolutely. Boom!
Yeah, that's just enough. As you hit the spider, again, the fire just strikes it and it begins to burn. You actually see its legs start to shrivel, and it just makes this weird noise you've never heard of. It's not a scream, it's not a screech, it just kind of like, and then it stops.
Is it that squealing noise that lobsters make when you put them in water?
Not quite, but very close. All right.
Do I recognize that sound as something?
No, none of you know what that sound is. And that is it for combat. We will now end the combat encounter. Where is it? End combat. Yes. And now we're out of combat again. You have slain all the enemies that were in your area.
What about all the singles in our area?
Sorry, you've installed ad blocker. They're all gone. Alrighty, so you do have options. You can go back through the passageway, as it doesn't have any fog, or you can try to cross the water and get into the stairs.
So, trying to look at it as up above table. There's fog to the left of me, so if I want to go to the bridge, I have to go through that fog?
Yes. You can also try to swim through the nasty water. It's less swimming, but just very careful trudging.
How deep is it? How deep can I see the bottom?
You can, but it's very, very dark. It is literally just a river of poop and filth just slowly flowing through. You do see actually a coffin in the water fairly deep down, but it's hard to tell exactly how far. It is an empty coffin. It's not full. It's empty.
I was like, dumps a coffin in sewer.
If I held my breath, could I dash through the fog?
That's what I was thinking too.
Yes. It's not very far. You can hold your breath for the single action it'll take you to run through, and then the other action to run into the stairs. I would ask you to make me a simple Constitution roll while you do it, but it should be fairly easy to pass.
The fog stops at the bridge? Or is it?
It's a little past the bridge. There is a very faint circle where the fog is, and it should be glowing. The fog is traveling across the bridge, about halfway to 3/4 of the way through. But it's very difficult to see because the fog spreads out and gets thinner the fog is thickest at the center. All right, the game is
Coming out of
unpaused.
that corridor. To the right. Shall Morden lead the way?
Thing. Talking with Dave. Pay attention.
You guys are role playing very well.
There appears to be a spider web.
Yes. You do come across the other spider web. It is now empty of spiders. You may continue through it with no worries. All right, Morden, you can make me a perception roll as you are at the edge of that entryway, and the rest of you can follow up as well. Yeah, everyone does, please.
Perception?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Woo. All right, so unfortunately, everyone who rolled below a 10, you just see that the passageway opens up into another room. It does have the sewer kind of running through it, and you will have to step in. When you rolled a 10, you notice that there is what looks to be some kind of trail of blood leading on the left-hand side over here, and what looks like some kind of organ just kind of lying out there. With a 16, you notice that there is actually what looks to be a corpse in the water to the left of you as you step into the sewer.
A disemboweled corpse?
Nope, just a corpse. There's a literal corpse floating in the water. Or under the water, rather. You just see the skeleton remains.
Gross.
Alexia, are you the only one that can ping stuff?
No, everyone can ping stuff. You just press and
How do we do
hold.
that?
You press and hold on the area, and then you ping.
Ah. Is that anything right there?
That is a very large, like a jar of some kind. Maybe a brazier of sorts. It's hard to make out what it's there for. It's just big. Maybe it had plants in it at one point, or maybe coals. It has nothing now. Yeah. Once you do point out that there is a corpse, you see that there's basically a remains of a dragonborn of some kind, and it's just skeleton remains. They look old. Well
Does it
done.
look like it could have been a guard or anything?
There's no armor. There's no nothing. It's just skeleton remains.
There's nothing there, so like a investigation check or anything wouldn't.
Skeletal
Yeah.
remains. Inside the rest of the room, you do pick up that there is another lantern on the wall with another lever, and what looks like stairs, again, heading deeper into the sewers. There's also what appears to be a broken battle axe that's covered in either blood or rust, and a trail of bloody footprints leading out of this room and into another room. And you again hear squeaking coming from the other side, or from the other room.
Can we tell how fresh these footprints are?
You'd have to get a little closer to it and roll me a survival roll.
Survival?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me get over here and survive.
Oh, very nice. With a 19, you're able to see that the blood trail is old, probably a month or so, but it hasn't really gone anywhere or been cleaned up. The air is fairly moist in here, so blood will slowly kind of hang around and then eventually bleed into their surrounding area.
Is that the like organ we see?
Yes.
Like there.
Yes, it is an organ. It looks like intestines.
Ew.
Yeah. Morton, as you enter another room, you start to see the trail of footprints and what looks to be a dead body on your left.
Do I see? I don't see the mouse, do I?
You see something with glowing red eyes. You can step into the room and check it out.
I don't see any glowy mist on it, right?
No, there's no glowing mist on it. You will literally see a glowing mist. It's set up everywhere that there's an actual glow.
Does this look great for you guys?
What's that?
Does
What?
it look great for you guys? Because I have a hard time seeing it. I don't know if my colors.
I can see it. Like, it looks like splotches on the screen, kind of.
Yeah.
So it's like all in this area.
It's like a faint green kind of.
Yeah, here. A big splotch there.
Yeah.
One up here.
It's not intended to be blatant and obvious, but it's still there. Like you should be able to see it. If you're having issues, please let me know. We can look into that later. But I will warn you once you start getting close to the mist.
Okay. I mean, I can see it, I guess, if I look really hard.
Maybe more of like a purplish color. Just
Hmm.
make it more contrasting or something.
Okay, yeah, I can do that later.
For example, like this one right.
There is no mist.
This I can tell. But like this one, I can barely tell.
Huh, that's odd. No, from what you know, there are no corpses in sewers.
It might be my eyes, though.
I'll play around with the coloring for the mist going forward. It is supposed to be hard to see in the sewers. It is also entirely because your character has kind of can only see so far in the sewers. You can only see so much because of the race of your character, and that does play effect on how things display in the game. Because with full dark vision, you see color. If you don't have full dark vision, you just see the footprints as black and white, for example. So if you're next to the torch, the footprints here actually look red as of blood. But if you're not next to a torch or a light source, then everything just looks like black splashes for it.
I kind of imagine Eliana probably like squatting down next to them and like,
Mm-hmm.
kind of sniffed it now.
Yeah, you can actually touch it with your finger and you can see it dried out a bit, but not fully just because of...
Kind of smell it,
Does this stupid rat thing seem aggressive, or is it gonna run away?
It's sitting there and chewing on the corpse, making
Oh,
rat
judge.
noises.
I walk up, and
Walk up and smack it.
no, I'm gonna walk up and kind of like try to shoo it away. Get away from that corpse, you dirty rat!
Oof.
Oh,
Make me an intimidation roll. We'll pause right here for the result. Ooh.
Make fun of the rat.
All right, well, we're going back into combat, folks.
Oh my god.
And everyone may roll me initiative.
oh,
I'm gonna let you guys get this because I can't see.
Alrighty. So you try to make some noise to scare away the rat. Unfortunately, it doesn't do enough. And Morden, you are up with your initiative of 17.
I don't want to disturb the corpse, so can I try to like kick the damn thing into towards the fog?
Yeah, you can try. Make me an attack roll. Unarmed attack.
Sure. Oh yeah, I gotta click on here. Unarmed strike.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Wait, no. That's a standard roll. That's
Ooh, 12. Yeah, you take do you kick it?
Yeah. I punt that rat away from that corpse, and I go, "How dare you desecrate this body?"
Yeah, you like take a swing with your leg, and when you hit the rat, it just kind of implodes into chunks. You just hit it, and it just shatters into just gore as it kind of splatters the plant behind you. Just blah, rat just dies. It explodes. Make a perception roll. Okay.
Oh shit!
Well, it's a good thing you took care of that rat. It is. It's gross, it's disgusting, and you're quite glad it's dead. Unfortunately, what you fail to realize is, it's Kalim's turn.
The music just turned sinister.
No, come on. That's not a thing. I'm gonna actually turn on this.
Whoop, there we go.
It's a slightly different music. Kalim, you can make a perception check if you'd like. Yeah, you actually notice that there's something in that plant, and that something just got splattered by a bunch of rat blood and chunks. That something doesn't look very happy. And let's turn this to visible.
Kill it with love, or
Yeah,
hatred.
kill it with love. Also fire.
No, not fire.
What do you want to do?
Liam's turn.
Yeah, I was just deciding on which spells. I'm gonna do Ray of Frost.
Okay, do it. Alright, so that was just that. Let's do... ignore my roll. So I have it targeted, so ignore mine. You do hit with a 26. Roll for damage.
What's happening? I'm way back here.
You just
Yeah.
hear Kalim just say, "Look out!" and then shoot a spell into what appears to be the darkness from your perspective. I will see if... Let's see, from your perspective, you can't actually see the full details of it. So what I'm going to do is going to be a 50-50 roll to see if you actually hit it or not. 1d4. Well, that didn't do what I wanted to do. Where is... Oh, screw it, I'll do it here. 50-50. On a 3 or 4, you hit it. On a 1 and 2, it goes into the darkness. 4. You managed to strike the object. Alright, roll for damage. Okay. That looks like it's a 1. How do I apply just 1 damage to it? -1. Nope, that just killed it. All right, well, we'll do it this way. Thank you, math skills. Okay, anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna warn everybody about the spiders in the plant thing.
Okay, yeah, you just say that there's freaky spiders in that plant. All right, next turn, it is the freaky spiders in the plant. They are quite vicious. They move 30, so they're going to go...
It's a bunch of like small little spiders.
It is a swarm of spiders. You see them actually run across from the corner that they were in onto the path, across the path, and then jump into the water and very quickly swim across it to just start swarming Morden. They're not doing anything, but they have to use all of their movement to just start climbing onto him. And now you're just swarming with spiders. Ileana, you're up next as you, out of the corner of your eye, see what appears to be a bunch of small, black, furry objects just scurry across the ground and jump onto Morden.
I think of like, I don't have any spells or anything I can use. Like, are there any still like on the ground?
Yeah, you can just attack them as normal.
Okay, so then I'll I just don't want to hit Morden, you know.
Yeah, you'll only hit him if you roll a natural 1.
Okay, so I guess I'll use my.
And somehow hit the spiders that are on him without hitting him.
My
Yes.
quarterstaff.
There is enough of them on there that it doesn't actually... Like, you can swing at him and just hit the spiders. There's just so many of them.
Oops.
No, it's okay. You did fine. So, you did try to swing at him, but because of your nerves, you actually just hit the air or bounced off his armor. You do have to move up, though. You have to move up either here
Okay.
or here, because quarterstaff is melee range. So you do have to be within range to attack. Okay. Up next, Tobin.
I somehow get up there.
Yeah, you can just walk up. You can walk through people so long as they're not hostile. If they're hostile, then, you gotta talk about that. So, hang on. So, if you move into Kalim Square and move into this or this square, the spiders will get an attack of opportunity against you. Because you technically get into their threat range and then move out of it.
Can I?
No, you can't cross through the walls.
Can I?
You can attack from where you are, yeah. You can see them. If you can see somebody
You guys are
in-game,
all terrible. You have terrible positioning.
such is life sometimes. If you can see an enemy or a monster in the game, you can attack it. Because it is true line of sight, so,
All right, I'll try to firebolt them.
do it. If you roll a natural 1... It's
What?
gonna-
What?
Amusingly, 14 does hit, so you can roll for damage. Ooh, 6 damage. Very nice. So luckily, I can just apply the 6 damage. So you shoot a firebolt, and it has that moment where it doesn't so much hit Morden, but you see like spiders converge in like a weakened area, and you're like, oh no, I gotta stop it. Shoot the firebolt, and it just strikes a bunch of spiders, burning just chunks, and you see them just fall off, and it's like a little rain of embers as they burn up and disappear. Alright, is there anything else you'd like to do? I'll take that as no.
Your cackling is not super soothing.
Alright, well, it's not intended to be. Morden, you're up. I like to point out that everything but dragons is weak to fire, and only fire dragons are immune to fire, so technically correct.
All right. I'm gonna use Word of Radiance on all the spiders around me.
All right, do it.
Cantrip. Oh. Wink. Technically, it's only supposed to be evildoer.
Yeah, you can target everyone else. I do need to make a check to see if I save or ignore the damage. Words of Radiance. Come on.
What does that spell do? I can't look that up. Can I somehow?
You
wanna
can in
go
D&D Beyond.
Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant.
Constitution.
Holy Nova. I gotcha.
Ooh. Unfortunately, the save is 18. So there is no damage. Did you roll the save yourself, or?
No, I think it just does it.
I might have. Do I have you selected? Oh, I might have
No,
you
swarm of
selected.
spiders. The swarm of spiders. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. All right. So the spiders did manage to. Oh no, the swarm of spiders failed. What the hell? I rolled manually, and then because you have everyone else targeted as well. Okay,
Yeah, I
that's
gotta
fine.
figure out how to untarget them later on.
No. It's automatic targeting. So don't worry about
So
it.
did that hurt Elena?
No. All of you guys are fine. It's just the spiders that take damage.
The way it works, Tom, is it's any each creature of my choice, but I don't know how to it auto targets. I think I might be able to untarget you guys, but I'll have to play with that.
So no, it's not your settings. It's the settings from my end. I have everyone under a template gets automatically targeted, but since you can select your allies to not be affected, but we can't do that in the game for the settings. So that's all it is. It's the game automatically selecting everyone under the template.
I get it.
That's fine. We can just ignore it.
Yeah, that is basically what I'm going to do. I'm just going to delete these chat bubbles because you don't need to do anything. All right.
So what was it? Was it a 14 or an 18 that was needed?
For you, it is 14 because it's automatically what your spell modifier is.
Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, I see that. Save DC.
All right. So the spiders failed. The spiders took damage. Is there anything else you want to do?
Now, what did they take? The 5?
Yes, they took the full 5.
Are they still alive?
Yes, it is a swarm of spiders. There's a lot.
Well, since they're on me and I'm still protecting my teammates, I'm just gonna stand here and laughing at them.
Yeah.
You can't affect
Up
me.
in the water.
All right, Colleen, you're up next. You just see a radiant burst kind of just shoot out of your Clark friend. And it seems like the spiders are falling off it like flies, but they're still there. They're still trying to bite at him.
Is there still a lot, or is
Yeah, there's still a lot. There's still a swarm of spiders on him. The swarm looks injured, badly injured, but they're still there.
If I move up, would that do a attack of opportunity or no?
Only if you move out of the 5-foot square where they are. So you can move basically in the template area, in the pink area, and you'll be fine. But if you stand here or here, you are moving out of their square of attack, and then they'll be able to attack you.
Okay, I'll just stay back here.
They haven't even bit you yet, Julius.
Yeah, they haven't done anything yet, but we'll see. All right, so what do you want to do?
Hey, you're all up in my shit.
I'll do Ray of Frost, because I don't like fire.
Okay, go ahead. Ooh, 14 does hit. Nice. Very nice. 6 more damage. You hit the spiders with the Ray of Frost, and you just see chunks of them start falling off. There's only a handful left, but they're still there, and they're still trying to bite and scratch their way in. They're getting closer and closer to Moradin's face. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Okay. Then it is the spider's turn. They are going to attack. And they are going to attack Morden. Dang it. I keep forgetting that right-clicking things can target them. Hang on, I'm going to move the spiders off so I can target you. And then the spiders back on. And then I can attack. So they're going to attack you. Ooh, they do hit, and you take 11 points of damage. Actually, hang on, it's not 11.
My fire's starting to look
I'm sorry,
pretty now.
it's half of that. It's half of that. So, because they are less, so you only take 5 points of damage.
Each. Wink. Copy that.
Yeah. So you see the spiders viciously bite into Morden. And
Did you move him towards the water?
No. I'm just trying to move them off so I can apply the damage to you, but I will do that a different way. And then,
I put it in.
okay, cool. And then it is Diana's turn. You just see them start getting under the armor and start biting and chewing, and you just see just little bits of blood and skin come out.
Attack him without hurting him?
Yeah, just start wailing on him. It'd be fine.
Can I use a weapon, or do I have to use an unarmed strike?
No, you can use a weapon. Only natural ones will cause problems.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, you miss.
Yeah, I'm having a bad... I can't see shit, so I'm having a bad day.
It is very difficult to hit people when you can't actually see what's happening. Okay, so that would be your turn. Everything all right? Okay. All right, Tobin, you're up next.
All right, I'll try to finish him off with one more fireball.
Ooh, 11. 11 actually misses. You shoot a firebolt at the spiders and it just goes a little wide.
Dave, it's the only cantrip I have. Stop the damn break.
Now, I will at this point remind you that you do have inspiration if you want to use it.
I don't know what it does. I'm
Okay.
inspired to run away from spiders.
No. So the way inspiration works is you get a bonus d6 to your roll that you can use basically at any time. So what you can do is you can add it to basically any attack. You can
Can I
add it.
save it, or does it go away after the end of this session?
It goes away at the end of the session.
I guess I'll use it then. Doesn't make sense not to.
Yeah. So what you can do is do. I'm trying to remember how to actively roll in this thing. Is it? Well, I will just look at the directions for it because. Entry. Man, I do not remember how to roll a d4. Is it just 1d4? 1d4, 1d6?
Oh, there's a public roll thing down here. Let me see that. Let me see what happens here.
No, that's just the text. It's the text bar, I just don't remember. Roll 1d6. No, damn it, why? Oh, it's literally slash roll. So what you can do is just slash R space and then 1d6. And that will basically add to your hit roll. Yeah, there we go. So now you hit. So now you can roll for damage. So any rolls in Foundry you can...
Okay, so I'll get rid of the inspiration sunny thingy.
Yes. Ooh, nice. You managed to strike it, and you can see that as the spiders find the weak chink in the armor of Morden, and they start to pour in and like bite and just chew on him, you manage to strike that weak spot where all the spiders have gathered, and they just start burning and just falling apart. And then they will die. Alright, and we are out of combat as you have slain the last enemies on the map. I will also turn off the music because while it is really cool, it's no longer combat. If you need to apply any healing, you may do so. Otherwise,
I need to heal, but kind of. I only have one spell slot, Curse being level 1.
Mm-hmm. Now remember, you do have Healing Salve, which is 10 charges. You also each have a potion. So if you will excuse me, I will refill my drink, and you can make a decision of what to do. What you can also do is you can go into the stairs, and it will start loading the next level of the sewers.
Did both stair sets go down?
I think so.
What do you mean both stair sets? There's only one, right? Oh no, there's the other one. Okay.
There, I'll give you guys a little background info there.
What race is your character again?
I'm a dwarf. Yeah. That makes it even funnier because I'm tiny as shit.
Alright, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Anything happen?
I was wondering if both stairs went down.
Yes. You can choose either stair.
Who has the salve?
They just...
I don't know if anybody... Screw it, I'm taking it. Nobody has.
So for the purposes of this dungeon, both stairs go to the similar area. They don't go to exactly the same place, but similar areas. They will both lead you to your destination. Out of character. Out of character. I had this thought as I was walking away. Is anytime I DM and my brain can't process fast enough, I'm literally saying as I'm buffering.
Oh, see. Who had the salve, or we're just gonna say I have it?
Tobin grabbed it.
So you can take the salve,
I grabbed what?
the healing salve, the magical healing
I didn't
cream.
take any of the healing salves out of the thing. That was Padilla's character.
So when I look,
But
You grabbed it when you clicked on it.
yeah, I put one healing cream onto the map when we started, and you took it. That's why it's in your inventory. What you
Today?
can? Yep, today.
oh my god, you don't pay attention.
I didn't take anything today.
Open your inventory.
I didn't put it there.
It's there.
You clicked on the map and took the salve.
I don't tell you, dude. I never took any salve today.
Okay, so when I open your inventory and go to consumables or just look in the inventory, there is no cream dash healing in there at all, is there?
Then you put it there. That's what I'm saying.
Nah.
Like I'm just saying I didn't put it there. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. You can click on it and give item. There's on the right-hand side where there's all these different icons. One is like two handshakes or a handshake. You can click that and give it to another player.
Give item.
Yeah, so you can give it to another person to use until you guys get more.
There you go. I think I just gave it to him. Maybe?
Yeah. You did.
Yeah, I don't know why they gave me a notification, but I approve. Click. And yes, they do have charges.
I have 2 of them.
2 of them. What?
FYI. 2 cream healing.
That's weird. Let me delete one of them. I will have to see why that duplicated, but I will do that later. Only one.
Oh, no, I don't have it. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
All right,
only
how do I
one.
use this shit?
So you can click on it to open it.
Use healing cream.
Yes, and then just use healing cream. Congratulations, you heal for +5.
Oh, 7.
And you can actually see the info on it in the thing. It just tells you what it is and what it can do. Actually, I don't need to keep this here, so I'll pop that off.
Ooh,
All right. Yeah, it's pretty good. The healing cream is very good. All right, so as you patch yourself up at the few bites that you have suffered with the healing cream and look around the area, you realize that there's nothing else moving. You do see a dead body next to you that is either an adventurer or guard or maybe in the sewer cleaner. And it did look like he had a weapon of some kind with him. What looks to be a hammer or a warhammer that you're standing on or with. The rest of the place looks pretty clear. There's nothing going on.
You said the Warhammer, there's a Warhammer next to him? Does it look like it's in good shape?
It looks decayed. Like it's been here for a while in a very moist atmosphere. So it's covered in rust. I mean, you may be able to salvage it, but it's not looking great.
Do we see? We don't see anything on the other side of the plant or anything.
You see what you can see. So in this case, there is a plant. It looks like through the fog as you're looking at, there is stuff next to it. In this case, a large chain on one side of it, and what looks like a basket on the other side of the plant. You do see a tent further in the room, inside the fog cloud, but there's nothing around. Like there's no other debris there.
Good question. Can we examine the plant, or is the plant in the fog?
The plant is outside of the fog.
Can I investigate it?
Yes, you can come close and take a look at it. Roll me an investigation roll. Actually, just a nature roll.
Alright.
Oof. Unfortunately, this isn't anything you've come into contact with or seen before. It looks like it's kind of growing into or with the moss and just absorbing the nutrients just from the muck that is in the sewer. You really can't tell much about it.
Okay.
Tom, what does your class do?
I'm not really sure yet.
Cast fireball.
I'm an artificer, so I'm supposed to be able to like imbue stuff, but like low level, I can't really do any of it yet. So I have like some like really basic cantrips from like seems like other spellcasters. So, but eventually I can make like cannons and guns and junk, which is what I'm going to try to do. Or I could be like an alchemist, but I think I'm going to go for the gun path.
Pew pew.
So technically, I can make like accessories and things, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that will be available.
But right now, yeah, I can't do much of anything.
So as you're talking and you can look at the plant, you don't see any cuts or damage to it. So no one has cut at this plant before or taken any samples of it anywhere. If you want, you can certainly take a piece of it, cut it off and like put it into a bag and then take it with you. Okay, yeah, if you want, absolutely. You're able to come up, and if you have any kind of knife, or you can just tear at the plant with your bare hands, you can cut off a piece and put it into your bag. Just make a note in your inventory or in your journal that you have a sample of fog plant or fog growing plant. Yeah, and when you're ready, you can head back into the sewers that are to your south, and just go into the section where it says stairs. It will directly teleport you into the next area. You have to go into the little... Yeah, there you go. Into the corner.
Whoa!
Into the corner. Just get into the corner and get yourself into the sewers.
I was waiting for my tank.
There's not much space up here.
No, there isn't. Morden, you coming?
Yeah, I got the plant sample. There we go.
Okay.
I was adding it to my inventory, but getting used to how to use it. So we took the stairs down there.
If I type here, they can't hear me, right? Or can they?
I mean...
Yeehaw!
So we're gonna pause right at the entrance because there's shit going on. So as you walk downstairs, you realize that you're kind of in an area of fog almost immediately as you enter or come through the stairs. You have that moment where you just see it kind of curve around the area, and it's just filling the space. You have a very brief view into the room below. But it's filled mostly with fog. What would you like to do?
Can we skirt around the edges?
No. I mean, let me put it this way. You can try, but you don't know if you'll be exposed to the fog. What you also you can also make a perception roll. All of you can make me a perception roll.
Right.
Okay, so with an 8, you're like, yeah, we should be fine. We can just go around. It'll be okay. With a 12, you have suspicions that it won't quite be so easy because you see a rat kind of floating in the middle of the fog cloud. With a 22 and a 23, you realize that there is a 10-foot river of muck just almost directly to the south of you, and there is a crossing via a small bridge that this rat is sitting on, kind of wandering in the fog. So you can try to skirt the fog, but then you have to be trying to jump or wade through a 10-foot gap of muck and to try to get on the other side of this fog cloud. And even then, it looks to be filling up the entire room. You could always try to hold your breath and cross or really swim, or you can activate the helmets.
I would like to put on my helmet.
Okay, so Tobin puts on the helmet. Liana puts on the helmet. Does everyone put on helmets?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, then the game is now unpaused, and you can enter the muck and the fog without any worry, more than normal.
Does the helmet provide any sort of dark vision for Ileana?
Unfortunately, no. The helmets don't provide any dark vision because the fog isn't really dark vision. It's mist. So it's hampering sight. But the area itself is just dark. Like it doesn't do very much.
FYI, when you equip the helmet, it minuses 10 AC.
It minuses what?
Or not 10 AC. How much is it?
No, don't equip it.
6 AC.
Don't equip it. Unequip it. Equip your normal armor. The whole point of the helmet is that you can breathe in the fog without it doing anything. It's not supposed to interact with anything.
Word.
Alright, to make it a little easier for everyone, and since you have experienced the darkness of the previous rooms, I will make this a little lighter so it's easier to see.
Does the rat look alive?
Yeah, it's slowly moving. It's not doing anything. It's not aggressively at you. It's just sitting in the middle, kind of in a haze. What would you like to do?
Well, we might as well just go across, right? There's nothing to do on this side.
Yeah.
Well, I just somehow rotated my character. I have no idea how I did that.
You can do shift and then left and right arrow, and it will start rotating you. Yeah, it rotates your portrait. It's helpful in some cases. It's funny in other cases,
I did not. All right. I say we go. I mean, there's nothing to do on this side. We have to go across. So.
I mean, should we take care of that rat before it comes to threat? As the wizards mentioned, it does seem to mutate things that.
Let's see what Tobin was going to do.
Wait, what?
The rat's on the only spot that crosses the river muck.
I don't see a rat.
It is difficult to see, but there is a rat over here. It should not be hidden.
I guess it's just there it goes.
There.
It's not popping up right away from me, I guess. I don't know.
No. I had it hidden. I was describing it because you have to physically see it. But my fault. I thought I had hid it after I described it. I did not do so.
Yeah, we were talking about it then.
Yeah. So there is a rat. Morden, they're just going to approach the rat.
It'll just kick it and it'll implode again. Explode.
That's
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah. Do you just run up and kick it?
I do.
Do it. Roll and attack me.
Seems to work.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, that hits the rat. How do you want to kick it? Or how do you want to crush it?
Well, kicking it into the distance seems to work, so I'm going to kick it at the wall.
All right. Which way do you want to kick it? Do you want to kick it to your left, to the right, or just straight?
I feel like it's going to take more damage if it hits a wall, so let's we'll kick it down to like into the left corner there.
Okay. Yeah. You don't even have to roll for damage. You run up, and the rat seems completely out of it. It's just kind of sitting and swaying in the haze. You run up and just punt it. You punt it so good that most of the animal just explodes into a fine mist, but the rest of it just flies into the corner and just pops into a bunch of blood, and then it is gone. Yeah, like every good RPG, the first levels are just rats and spiders. So yeah, you may now proceed.
You seen that anime, Dave? The slime one?
Nope. Yeah, run into the plant, Dom. Run into the plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you walk around, you do notice that there's spider webs going further down south and more of the fog. And as Morden takes the lead further, you can make a spot check since you are the first person into the room. To the east, you do see a plant in another large room. This one is without fog. It's just hanging out there. But it is there.
Perception, right?
Yes, perception, please. Ooh, 10. All right, you just barely managed to see another spider kind of hanging out in the mist and on the web itself. As you look at it, it seems to almost notice you, and it turns around.
Crap. I'm thinking about how to play my character here. Fucking
Okay.
bugs.
Well, I'm gonna hit pause for a second, and then combat. The spider, once it notices you, begins to attack, and everyone can roll me initiative. Oh, very nice. Good initiative rolls. Very good initiative rolls for everyone.
I got a 4.
Well, I mean, most people. Ileana, can you roll initiative for me?
I'm trying to find it.
It's bad because you're in our way, Jules.
Yeah, hold on, I'm just gonna.
You can walk by.
Finally, you can walk through.
I'm pretty sure I walked through your legs.
Oh, I'm dumb.
I'm just as tiny as you are. Well, not as tiny, but
No, man, I'm pretty sure I'm small.
yeah, but not by much.
So, top of the round, Tobin, you're just kind of, stuck. Make a perception roll to see what's going on. Okay, you actually have no idea what's happening. You just know that Morden stopped all of a sudden. What would you like to do?
I can't do anything, right?
You can walk through him. You can just pass right through him and get into the room. 5-foot squares are rather large, so you can just pass through people. It's just you can't pass through enemies without them getting a little upset at you. But allied squares are not impassable terrain. He cannot actually answer.
I can move forward.
Yeah, you can walk into the room. You don't know that there are spiders in there right now. And Morden can't actually tell you that the spiders are in there until his turn. I mean, for the purposes of role-playing, you can continue writing stuff out, but unfortunately, in terms of combat, you just don't know they're there.
I can only see one of them, right?
You can't see any of them.
Oh, okay. I feel like getting in front of the tank is a bad move.
But you shoot fireballs at everything. I don't want to get hit.
Okay, I'll try to move into the room. Why not?
Okay.
Oh, it's paused. I can't move.
It is unpaused.
Alright. Oh gosh! Can I attack the spider in front of me?
Yeah, absolutely. I will need you to make another perception roll to see if you notice it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, alright. This time you do notice. You do notice that there's a spider directly in front of you. It seems to be on its web and it's kind of looking at you.
Judging.
Judging very harshly. Ooh, 13. That is actually enough to just hit it. Okay. So you shoot a firebolt in it, and you have that moment where you can see the air around it start to ignite. But it doesn't, not quite. Then it strikes the spider, and the spider just starts shriveling up from the point of impact and just kind of bursts into a small amount of flames before the embers of its life just collapse into the ground. And it dies.
Did I recognize that the stuff almost ignited?
You can make a perception roll.
Wink. Yeah,
17.
buddy.
Yeah, you did have that moment. You're like, oh my god. That could have been bad. You're not sure if that's because of the fog itself, that you're shooting stuff through it, there's just more in here, or it's the fumes from the honest crap that's flowing as a river behind you and perhaps in front of you.
Ew, literal crap.
Yeah. Alright, there's nothing for you to do. The spider is up next, but it is dead. Next up, we have a different spider, which turns... I said turns to look at you, and then scuttles the ground, wah, and just jumps on your face. The spider will try to attack you. It will try to bite you. Ooh, it does hit you with a 16, and it does 3 points of damage. Please make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, you are perfectly fine. However, you did take 3 points of damage as the spider bit you.
Is that something that will happen automatically, or do I have to do it?
No, I can do it. There. You can see your health now change.
Ouch!
Yeah, I'm afraid so. So that was this spider. We'll go to next round. God damn it, I keep making the wrong button press for it.
Should I pass? Okay.
No, you don't have to do anything. I got it. Alright, next up is Ileana. You can make a perception roll to see if you can notice what's happening.
You moved it to Dave. Or at least it looks like it at the top. He's bookmarked.
I got a 12.
12. You saw something kind of small and furry scurry across the floor in front of you, but it's very difficult to see through two different people in front of you.
If it's by my feet, can I try and step on it?
No, it's not by your feet. It's 10 feet. It's 15 feet in front of you.
Oh, okay. I thought it was by my feet.
No, you just kind of saw it out of the corner of your eye.
And it was, like, gross.
Yes. You can still try to shoot it, or you can try to walk through everyone to get on the other side of that spider and attack it.
Can I shoot, around everybody?
Yes. A 5-foot square is rather big, but you can still shoot around people or through people's legs. Your allies don't really block ranged attacks. That'd be way too silly.
Gonna try.
Yeah, do it.
I am struggling today.
Unfortunately, yes. You take a shot, but because there's people in front, it does miss.
Yeah. God damn it.
It's alright. It happens. Is there anything you'd like to do?
No.
Okay.
Then maybe ask what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, that's basically the only thing you can do.
Politely.
Alright, next up, you have... You hear some noise behind you, and you feel a presence
Me?
Yeah. There's what appears to be a spider that ran out from somewhere in behind you, perhaps in the other room, and it kind of runs and tries to lunge at you, but doesn't quite have the reach.
Okay.
Next up is Kalim. Next round. Yeah, finally getting the right buttons. All right, Kalim, what would you like to do? You hear something from behind you and in front of you.
Perception roll to see what they are.
Yes, to be able to definitely see them. Okay. At most, that you know that there are things in front and behind you. You could still try to attack them, but you will be at a disadvantage.
Well, there's 2 against the spider in front of me, so I'm going to help Eliana.
Okay. Now, what you can do is you can step into the square with Ileana and one to the side, and then you'll definitely know what's happening. But if you're shooting through one of your allies, then, just to avoid them, you'll have to take more care.
I'll step to the side.
Okay, then yeah, you have no problems, and you can target that spider without issues, and then attack it. Well done. You not only hit, you absolutely obliterate that spider. As you point your hands at the spider, or whatever arcane or ritual you decide to do with it, you fire your energy blast, and you just see it strike the spider, and you just see legs freeze solid and then shatter as the spider falls to pieces. And now you have spider pops, basically. And it is dead.
Can I continue my movement towards
Yes.
the other passage?
Yes, you can continue your movement. So in 5th edition, you're not directly... you can move, shoot, or do an action, and then continue your movement. Your movement doesn't stop if you decide to do something in between.
I think that's the 30 I need.
Yes, that is 30 feet. All right, anything else? Well done. Morden, you're up.
Good.
Gonna Warhammer that spider?
Wait. Why did that didn't go right, did it?
Yeah, it takes a second. It's not instant. Sorry. You do try to attack the spider. Unfortunately, your Warhammer goes a little too high. The helmets are interfering with your sight. And if you'd like, you can end your turn, or you can try to move.
I'm gonna stay right her.
Okay.
And squish it down.
Very well. And I have my next thing to do. All right, Tobin, you see Cuddle around and run out from the other room, crossing from here and all but leaping at you. It doesn't have the range to actively attack you, but it is right in your face.
Come on, man.
All right, you're up front. All right. Next up, we will go with Tobin.
Alright, I'll have to tap the one in front of me. Is it too close to do Fireball, or how's that work?
No, you can still do it. You can attack at targets directly in front of you, but if it's a spell, you're at a disadvantage.
At a disadvantage if it's a spell?
Yes.
Okay, can I take out my light hammer then and try to pop it?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no problems with that.
Interesting. I don't know how to use it.
So if you double click to open up your character sheet, or you don't even have to do that. Yeah, you can do your Warhammer and you can do attack.
That
If
was
you-
Jenny.
Yeah, I'm trying to make the... I can't seem to make the attack option come up.
So if you go and double click your inventory,
Yeah.
and you go to actions, and go
Yeah.
to Warhammer,
Yeah.
click the die. Like if you highlight Warhammer or just put your mouse over it, there's the name of it, and on the left there's a little die. Yeah. So when you click on it, it'll come up, and you can do attack fast, and you have to click on attack fast and do normal, advantage, or disadvantage.
What does attack fast mean?
It rolls for damage, assuming you hit automatically.
If you also select it, it tells you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got a freaking nat 20.
Yeah. How do you want to kill the spider?
It didn't crit for me, though.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I think it automatically did the maximum damage. I'll have to check that. But yeah, you strike a spider, and how do you want to kill it?
I want to squish it with my hammer.
Okay. So, are you attacking the one in front of you, or the one to your left?
Yeah. No, the one in front of me.
Okay. So
That was the way I was facing before, so it makes sense.
Fair enough. So you take your warhammer at the spider that just kind of ran out at you, and you just put the hammer down. You swing it as hard as you can, and you have that satisfying clang as your hammer just crushes the spider, and you see Iker and what you think is just spider goo just fly everywhere for a moment. And then you raise your hammer, and there's nothing there anymore. Just don't look on the front-facing portion of your warhammer, because it's just gooey spider mess. All right, you have one attack. Would you like to move or do anything?
Can I just be in a defensive? Well, I can't attack again, right?
No. You can move away, but you can't do anything else.
Yeah, I'll do attack. He'll do an attack of opportunity if I do that, right?
Yes.
Can I just go defensive stance or something, or?
No, the defensive actions are instead of attacking.
All right, and I'm just gonna hang out here.
All right. It is the spider's next turn. It will look at Morden, but decide he's just too full of armor to bite. So I'll try to swing at you one more time. It's gonna try to bite you. Ooh, but it misses. So it does nothing. It tries to bite at you, but you manage to dodge out of the way nimbly. And then it is up to Ileana. What would you like to do?
Can I see anything that's going on?
Yes, you do see that there is a spider that is trying to bite Tobin. Morden is directly in front of you, and you see kind of trying to squish that same spider. And Kaleem is trying to go into another room, either to flank or just to get out of this area.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with Kaleem because it seems like everyone else has things under control. Peace.
Okay. All right. Do you just want to move up to him, or do you want to pass through and go somewhere else deeper into the rooms?
Because I can't see by myself, so I kind of have to stick with somebody who can see.
Okay. All right. Then you can just follow him without any issues. Next up, Kaleem, what would you like to do?
Take a step forward and then look around.
Okay. So you can look around, and what you see is a large plant kind of growing out in the middle of the room. With a 13, you do notice that there are some bones around the plant. What looks like a dragonborn claw, and then like a portion of someone's arm. But they are just bones. There doesn't seem to be anything else. You don't think the plant ate them, probably, but it is a bit odd. And then there is nothing else here. You do know that the room has 3 other openings other than the one you came from. One to the south that has some kind of large spider web. One to the north, which also has a large spider web. And one that continues going almost in the opposite, or on the other path, which is on the other side of the plant. That one does not have any spider webs and has some kind of faint light emanating from the other end.
No noises or anything?
Most of the noises are just hammer blows into spiders, just crushing them.
Just the squishing of spiders.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll go up to here then.
Okay.
Once they pop,
Yeah.
don't
And Morning, you're up next.
squishy squishy. Rawr.
Nice.
Yeah.
You do hit that spider, and you absolutely crush that spider with your warhammer. You hit it so hard, you have a moment where you think you've actually cracked the stone below it, but it's just the remains of spider that is now embedded into the ground.
Good, good.
All right, that spider is dead, and we are done with this combat. Congratulations, you've killed every spider that I have thrown against you with minimal damage.
Nobody's died.
Nobody's died. You may now move around the map. So I'm going to pause for a moment. Kaleem, you walk into a larger room that, to the left of you, over here, appears to have some kind of cages. And you do see manacles and other restraints along the wall. You also see another torch, well, not a torch, but another lantern and what appears to be a lever by the sewer grate here. And then I will unpause.
No noises or anything?
No, you don't hear anything special. You just hear the water slowly move along the corridor, kind of pushing the sewage from one grate to the next. You do hear periodic plops as filth and waste kind of enter the stream, go in, and just slowly begin to float along the water. And the rest of you can move around.
Investigation on the cages and manacles?
Sure. Not bad. So with a 14, you can notice that these haven't been used in a while. They are old and rusted. The cages themselves look in good shape, but they haven't had an occupant in what looks to be forever. The manacles on the other side, on the other hand, and the ball and chain that's there, look like they've been used, but are rather rusty. If you want to look at the newspaper, it just looks like it is about 2 months, maybe more, out of date.
Alright, I'm gonna make my way back towards the group.
Sure. All right. And everyone can act at the same time. You can talk.
Who found the other corpse?
Which corpse?
The Dragonborn corpse you mentioned?
All of you found... Oh, the Dragonborn corpse is next to the plant. There seems to be like an arm or a hand left. It's not a full corpse, it's just the hand underneath the plant.
Do we know if any of the skeletons we saw are missing a hand?
No, this looks to be a separate hand. It looks to be gnawed, like almost completely free of flesh. It has been picked off and just completely gone. It looks like it's been there for quite some time.
This isn't anything right here, right?
No, it's an old newspaper. It's been out of date for months.
Has anybody gone in this room yet?
No, you're the first person in that room. You can make a perception roll. And the rest of you can move around and continue.
Damn.
Yeah, not too bad, but not too great. So, Morden, I will pause for a moment. You walk into a room, and there's a little brazier in front of you. It is unlit, but it does have fuel inside. And you have crates on the other side and across the way. You also notice that you see Tobin all the way on the opposite side, and there's another brazier. So, here and here. There are both crates, what appears to be a rope with a bucket and a bridge across this small river of filth, or a little stream of filth. Tobin, you also begin to enter a fairly large room. To the north of you, there's almost a river of this filth flowing from one grate to the next, and this one has almost a tinge of green deeper inside, like as if the fog is slowly beginning to fill the water and the sewage. And you see that you are entering a larger room with crates and braziers in it. And I'll unpause again so you can move around.
Can I investigate these crates?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so you come up and you open up the crates, and it looks like they're just empty. Like, these two appear to be empty. There's nothing in them.
What about these?
Those are actually all fully sealed. You need a crowbar or try to smash them open. Alright, and as the rest of you enter in the room, Kaleem, you can make a perception roll. And I'll pause the game right here. And Ileana, you can also make me a perception roll as you're entering in. Alright, you don't notice anything. Ooh, nat 20. You actually hear something. You hear something moving, and not far. And no, it's not you guys that are moving. I will pause this for a moment to switch to this. Alright, and then I'll unpause. These crates are locked, or not locked. They have metal bands that kind of keep the whole thing closed. You need a crowbar to try to smash them. And once Ileana says that she hears something moving, Tobin, you can make a spot check as well. But Kaleem, you've already failed yours, and Morden, no, you can make yours. Oh shit. Okay, well, Tobin, you're then not surprised, and neither is Ileana, but there is something moving in the fog. There's a creature of some kind. And I will show you. I'm actually going to pause this for a minute. Image. Can I show this to everybody? No, I can't. Why not? Okay, I don't know why I can't show it, but whatever. Alright, we're going to actually unpause here, and what we're going to do is we're going to get into our final combat of the night, and everyone can roll initiative. These things get a chance to go first. So roll for that, roll for that. All right, so now what you notice is that there are strange creatures that start rushing out at you. Eliana and Tobin, you are not surprised, but Morton and Kalium are, because these things just seem to come out of nowhere. Now, obviously, they aren't exactly hidden. They're just in the mist or in different rooms. But unfortunately, two of you were too busy investigating and looking around, but two of you were listening actively for something out there and did manage to hear them. Now, these things are really, really strange. They are fanged and lipless, with ever-grinning, madly staring eyes, and spindly legs with long, pointing arms. They have bristles and spines projected from odd patches of pallid skin, with long fingers ending in broken and dirty nails. They are humanoid in shape, but mutated and disgusting. And these are the creatures that you've previously seen before, but didn't get that good of a look at. Wow, that wasn't supposed to run away. What are you doing? Okay, so now we're initiative round. Eliana, you actually are able to spot these things and can act appropriately. Anyone who was surprised does not get a first turn, basically. So you're up. What would you like to do?
Can I use my longbow?
Yes, you can draw your longbow and fire.
Yeah. Longbow. Here we go.
Which one would you like to attack?
Hang on. I'm having a hard time seeing. For some reason, my formatting's weird. So I have to, like, zoom out a bunch to actually see anything.
You may just need to refresh the page. So F5 on the page and see if it goes through. You do hit with a 14, and you will do 6 damage to the creature that is running through the sewers. It takes... Yeah.
Fuck you, sir. Okay, that's much better. Thanks, hon.
No problem. You shoot an arrow at it, and it takes it into the shoulder and continues moving. It does look hurt, but it's still coming. All right. Do you want to move or do anything else?
I'm gonna stay here for the moment.
Okay. Then that's not what I wanted. I wanted next. That's still not it. What the hell? There we go. Kaleem, you're up next. You can make a perception check. Actually, no, you've already failed your perception roll. You're basically surprised. Surprise in 5th edition works a little differently than in 3.5. If you don't know if things are happening, you basically skip your first turn because you have to figure out what's going on. If you'd like, I will allow you to do a movement action, but no attacks this round because you just have no idea what's happening.
You just hear me twanging an arrow.
Yeah, you basically
I'm just gonna catch my bearings.
Okay. So then the first creature, who is here, will actually just round the corner and try to attack Ileana. It saw an arrow come out of nowhere and goes, "What?" And this fanged monstrosity is just gonna try to bite the shit out of you and claw at you with its hands and claws. Why does it not have an attack ability? What? Oh, there we go. Bite. Okay. Does a 13 hit you? I don't think it does.
Hang on.
no,
that's my armor class. So is that a yes?
Yes, it just does. So
Okay,
you do need to make wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, actually, this isn't... So I keep updating my AC to 19 because it's not taking the Blessing of the Forge. I don't know why. But then it doesn't save my AC, so if you do target me and you hit an 18, it will show it.
Okay.
But it's technically a 19 AC.
Thank you for telling me. I will have to update that or see what's going on with that.
Maybe I
Okay.
just don't know how to use it correctly.
There are some small bugs with this. Okay. So you do take 6 points of damage
Okay.
as this thing bites into you.
I'm sorry. How do I mark that I have damage?
So you can either keep track in D&D Beyond,
Okay.
or you can go into your character sheet where it says HP and just do -6, just as before.
Even tracking D&D Beyond.
Okay, that's fine.
It's easier for me.
That's fine. I'll update it in this one. It's easy enough for me. Okay,
Thanks, man.
no problem. You have, once it bites you and scratches at you, you have this thing that you feel trying to like, get into your mind, but you manage to resist it. You're not quite sure what it's doing or what's happening. The next creature will jump out of the water, run up, and try to bite the shit out of Morden. It seems to be just a bunch of fangs and claws and mouths just trying to maul you. And you're really not sure why. It just hates. Just hates. And I don't know why its confounding bite isn't an attack here. Unfortunately, it misses. Do I have both of you targeted? Oh, I do. Okay. Nothing happens. Unfortunately, it misses you, and that is it. And we are up for Tobin. You can act as normal because you knew these things were out here.
All right, I'll firebolt that guy.
Do
It's
it.
right in front of me. Because it's all I got.
And did it attack me? Do I now know it's here?
Yes,
Or am I
you
supposed to-
you are aware it's here, but on your first round of action, you're just too confused to know what's going on. All right. You do absolutely hit with 22, and you do 4 points of damage to the creature in front of you. They both look injured. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Tobin?
I think this is okay, I guess.
All right, then that would be your turn. Morden, you can move if you'd like, but you're too confused as it tried to bite you.
There we go. And since I'm just exchanging blows back and forth and not doing much, and we're trying to figure out what's going on, I will keep my tank position and tell Kaleem to get behind me.
All right. Then we will start at the top of the round again, where, Ileana, you're up, and there's a creature directly in your face trying to bite you.
Right, so I'm going to use my short sword on this
Okay.
motherfucker.
Flanking is a little different. Unfortunately, a 10 misses, as you are a little frightened of it being directly in your face. You have to flank not across from each other, but like here.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, then yes, flanking still does stuff. Flanking things does get advantage. All right, would you like to do anything else, Ileana?
Without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Unfortunately, if you move out of its square, you will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay, then I'm just gonna, I guess, stay here.
Okay. Then up next, Kaleem, what would you like to do?
I should be able to get behind it without provoking attack of opportunity, right?
That's right. You gonna shoot it in the back with magic?
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide which one I want.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'll just do Ray of Frost.
Unfortunately, you try to take a ray of frost at this creature, and you just miss. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, just sighing.
Fair enough. Well, too fast. All right.
Are we not flanking?
But spells cause... when you cast spells in close combat, you're at a disadvantage. So it basically cancels itself.
I'm just asking for the...
Yeah. You would have an advantage because you're a melee and you're just swinging. But when you cast spells in close combat, you're at a negative. You have to back away.
Yeah, there's like a feat or something for it.
Yeah, there is. All right, so this star spawn looks at Ileana and goes, but also doesn't like fire. So it steps up and tries to swing at Tobin. Now, because it's still within 5 feet, it does not provoke attack of opportunity. But we'll try to maul the shit out of Tobin. Ooh. It does miss, though. And that is its turn. The other star spawn will turn around and try to bite Kaleem instead. Because it does not like flames being, or ice being shot at it. Okay. So 17 does hit. Please make a wisdom saving throw. Unfortunately, you fail. You feel the star spawn grew kind of focus in on you a little bit harder, and you feel something kind of tug at the edge of your mind as if its being is alien to your own and it's trying to push into you. You'll get a chance for Shocking Grasp in a minute.
You also mean to do that. I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay. You also take 6 points of damage, Kaleem. All right, and then it's Tobin's turn, so he can now Shocking Grasp to his heart's content.
All right, I'm gonna. All right, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to Shocking Grasp it.
Whoa! I'm spamming the attack button and nothing's happening.
Gabe, did you update your health?
I did, but it's not showing on the carousel thing.
I don't know what just happened. Did it?
It did do it. Hang on. So I do see your health. So hang on. I see Kaleem's health is 4. If you're not seeing it updated, I suggest refreshing the page.
I didn't see a roll for my Shocking Grasp. What happened to it?
Yeah, I don't think it did anything. Can you try again, please?
Yeah.
There we go. So that definitely hit. I saw the roll. Yeah, no, it's fine. That's what it's supposed to do. I saw it try the first time, but I didn't see the number stick around, so I don't know why it failed.
So did this crit? Do we know if it crit?
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to crit, but I don't see it critting here.
So the normal damage is 1d8 for Shocking Grasp, or is it 2d8?
If the target takes 1d8 of lightning damage.
Okay, so whenever you crit...
So here it says 2d8 lightning, so I guess it did double?
Yeah, it rolled twice, basically. It rolls it for you. So you did 6 and 2, so you did 8 in total out of 2d8 damage.
How do you know that?
Because you can actually click on the damage. So where it does the lightning, you can actually click on the numbers, and it expands it.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, it's pretty useful. Basically, anything you click on can expand itself or not. It's pretty nice.
Did you just give me 0 hit points?
Did I click on you by accident?
You just killed me.
No, let's try this again. There you go.
But that oddly, technically didn't double. It was 6 and 2.
Yeah, it just rolls twice. It doesn't actively double. It rolls twice.
That's fine. Whatever. So crits are not double. Crits are you roll twice now.
Yeah, you just roll double the dice. I mean, I can try to set it up that it does double and then you roll. So I'm sorry. So it maxes the damage die. So if you have a D8, it just does 8, and then you roll an additional roll. Does everyone want to do that instead?
Do whatever you feel like. I mean, do whatever you want. I just want to know. So we can,
Okay. Right now, I just have it that you just double the dice you roll because it's just more dice to roll. It's fun.
I'm game either way.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. Just
Okay.
curious.
Then I'll leave it as the system does, and then if we decide we want to change it up later, we can do that. So as you reach out and touch this creature, you can just feel the energy sizzle through it. It takes a large chunk of damage, and it looks like it's just barely hanging on. But it is still standing. All right. Up next, Morden. You see a creature in front of you, Kaleem on the other side, and you hear spell casting behind you with a, "Oh God, it got my leg!"
I'm assuming I can tell that Kaleem's in rough shape now.
You can see that Kaleem is hurt. You can't quite tell how badly. Because he should be at half health, not at 8 for some odd reason. Because he took 5.
What's his half?
5. So he should be literally at half health. Actually, I'm sorry. He should be at 4 because it does 6 damage.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna heal Dave. Alright. This healing word. See.
So you are targeting Kaleem and doing healing word?
Yes.
Okay, so you should be able to click on yourself, go to spells, and then do, healing word. So, Kaleem, you heal for 4.
7.
Why is it plus 4?
It's 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so for 7. So you are back to full health, and you can update it in either character sheet. All right, and is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna taunt the mutant.
All right, fair enough. Good taunt. Good taunt. All right, next up, I believe we are at the top of the round. Eliana, you're up.
Can I hit this thing diagonally with my sword?
Yes, you can.
Alright, I'm gonna do it then. Let's hope I can actually hit this thing this time. Good grief.
You did it.
Yay!
All right. You do 7 damage to this thing, and it only has a little bit of health left. How do you want to kill it?
Hit it.
All right. So you see the creature focus on Tobin, and you have that moment like, this is perfect. I can step out, take my sword in both hands, and just plunge right into the back of its head. And as you take that swing, you realize the head isn't attached by very much at all. So as you stab it through the back and into its neck, it just pops right off and just falls apart. It literally falls on almost entirely on Tobin. The head itself, not the body. You see the body just collapse where it stands, but the head just does a little and flies directly at Tobin before falling down. All right, so that creature is super dead. And is there anything else you'd like to do, because you do have movement left?
Yes, I'd like to move forward a little bit,
Sure.
and that way, if I need to, I can attack that guy there. This
Yeah.
one.
Okay. So
I'm a planner.
next up, Kaleem. I appreciate that everyone's getting kills. Everyone's doing stuff.
Yeah.
Well done. You do hit, and you do 4 points of damage to this creature. You see its torso begin to slowly freeze, and you can see frost begin to spread along its skin. It's rather badly hurt, and you can see it just start to peel apart in many ways, but it's still standing. All right. The creature will again try to target Kaleem and try to just try to bite you. I don't know why I can't make attack rolls for it through the UI. It's just going to try to bite you some more. Unfortunately, as it goes to bite you, you pull back, and it just misses. So there's nothing else you need to do there. Alrighty. So up next is Tobin. You see this creature just keep trying to maul Kaleem, and he's just definitely stepping out of the way.
Alright, I'll try to move up. Can I melee it from here?
Yeah, if you want.
Advantage or no?
Yes, you would have advantage because this thing has enemies on both sides.
How do I don't think I can do.
So
I don't think I can advantage.
when you go to attack, yeah. So when you click to attack, there's a
Attack
button.
fast doesn't have the option. That's the thing.
All right, so just roll again then.
I gotta figure this thing out.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll keep the server active for a little bit and just put a thing there, so you can just practice attacking it and selecting it and seeing how all of it works. So you do hit with a 21, and you do 2 points of damage to this creature. It is still standing, but it is looking badly injured. And now up next is Morden. All your companions are just wailing on this creature left and right, and now it is your turn.
Okay. Why isn't... Ah, here we go. Why did it...
So,
oh, it's probably because I have them selected.
yeah, when you have the creature selected and targeted, it does all of it for you. So it tries to hit, roll for damage, and do everything else. Alright, so you do strike the creature, and you do get the finishing blow. How do you want to kill it?
I raise my axe and I swing it to the side of its head because you were saying they're attached lightly, and I rail it right in the cheek and its head goes flying off the side.
Well done. You absolutely murder that creature. And the head goes one way and the body just collapses to the ground. And we are out of combat. You have killed all the enemies in this area. End combat. Yes. All right. As you look around, these creatures are just wearing rags, and what clothes they have are decayed. They just have holes, tears, all kinds of rips. And we will actively be wrapping up shortly, but you're able to walk around this area and take a look at what's going on.
Does anybody have a crowbar?
There are no crowbars on the ground, so unless you don't have it in your
I
inventory.
do have a crowbar. Yes.
Oh shit! All
Can
right.
you, as I mentioned earlier before we got into combat, but these crates are sealed. You want to try to pry them open?
I can try. I
So-
have 10 strength.
So you can either try it on your own, or you guys can do it as a group. And in that case, we'll just say you do it, because you have enough time to just sit there and do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So with help, you're able to pry first one and the other crate open, and they look like it's supplies. The supplies have food. They have bedrolls. It looks like it's almost supplies for a military or an occupation force, because it all looks very standardized, well packed. It's just there. Kaleem, you can make an investigation roll for the area where you're at. Unfortunately, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. It just looks like it's a pile of hay with extra bedding in there.
Can I look through the supplies to see if there's any potions?
Sure. You can make an investigation roll as well. 15. Unfortunately, there are no potions, but as you look through, you realize that there are a handful of daggers in there that are wrapped up in a bundle, so you can take them if you'd like.
Anybody? Yeah, let's see.
So I'll drop a dagger on the ground, and if you want, you can pick it up. Yeah, the weapon is in good shape. The rest of the items in the container are just basic utensils. There are some small, like, carving knives for food. There are some bundles for how to sleep and just rest. There isn't really much in there that is usable by you guys for adventuring, but there's supplies for people basically living in a space or traveling into an area that needs additional goods. All right. Kaleem, as you walk around and keep investigating, you see a half-digested corpse that's basically just legs left at this point. There is no upper torso. It's just gone. As you look in the muck above you, you realize that there's a wheel of some kind that is slowly spinning as the water travels below it, making almost like a forwarding motion, like it keeps moving the muck along this river path. And as you look, there is a little bit of a decayed skeleton in the water itself. And it almost looks like it had chains on it at some point, but now is just rust and shackles just vaguely attached to it. You do all realize that there is one more little room in the area that has bloody footprints leading out of it, and Kaleem is the first one to notice it.
Did you guys check the bodies at all?
The bodies have
These
nothing
crates
on
down
them.
here. Can I check the crates down here?
Yeah, the crates are empty. They look like they haven't been filled yet.
Can I investigate these braziers to see, like,
Yeah,
if
they're
they were both lit, they would do anything or something like that?
yeah they'll just provide light. The only thing they'll do is provide light. They have fuel inside of them. You can light them if you want to illuminate the area.
Or the
But
humans, Julius, the human.
Yeah.
Would we have to jump this to get across?
yeah, you can jump it or walk across it. You have the helmets on, so it doesn't really do anything. And if you walk into the stairs, you will go to the final level.
Should we do anything about this wheel? Looks like it's pushing the water,
Yeah, we're
which
good.
is mixing with the fog.
So we go downstairs, we call it because I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah, feel free to step into the stairs. And yes, you do notice that the footprints appear to be leaving the area from the grate or, coming in. We will pause the game here. You are in the final area of this sewer adventure. And as you look around, you realize that it's fairly dark here. There isn't a lot of light. And you enter into a very large room, almost 60 feet across and quite as large wide. You do notice that there appears to be at least one dead guard further in the room with an active weapon and just blood splatter surrounding him. There's also quite a bit of mist and fog in the area. There are other larger rooms further in, and there looks like there is stuff there or some kind of activity because you do see a slow pulsing light coming from this ish area. We will stop the game here for the day. I will say congratulations. All of you have leveled up to level 2 just through the murder of small furry animals and also vicious spiders.
Fast attacking now for everything.
Yeah. If you have something targeted, it should do fast attack for you.
Yeah, I don't have anything targeted now.
All right, well, we'll play around with that before we start next session just to get everything figured out. Yeah, you're right. It defies the laws of science. Bloody footprints should not be just bloody or wet. They should be either wet or bloody. All right. Does anyone have any questions or wants to do anything before we finish up for the day?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, then please feel free to level up your characters on D&D Beyond. You will also heal to full, so you are at full health for when we start the next adventure. When we pick up next week, next Sunday, what we'll do is I'll put up a target dummy directly in the center here, probably on this square, so you can get used to attacking it, casting spells on it, and doing everything else, just to make it easier for combat and how targeting works and stuff like that.
Okay.
And that is basically it. I will keep the server active in case you want to make any notes or do anything else, but I will keep the game paused, so you can't move around in the room and do things in here. All right. It doesn't like that. Delete message. All right. If you do have any questions or want to roleplay anything, by all means, the chat is available. You've all done a fantastic job role-playing and just being really creative and interacting with each other, so I want to give you guys a round of applause. But I don't want to do it super loud because that might be super obnoxious to anyone who's listening, like with headphones and loud noises.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for playing.
Yeah, thanks.
For the session.
Thank
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was super fun.
I'm glad you liked
Yeah.
it. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I have planned for how everything interacts with lights and sounds and music using the software, because it gives me a lot of flexibility. And you guys will see it as we go.
Oh.
Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to disconnect, but you all have a wonderful day. I'll keep the server active in case people want to play around. Good luck, and goodbye.
Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks,
Later.
everybody.
Take
Hey, sweetie.